Here are some key mobility exercises to help prevent stiffness and pain since we're not able to move around. What's awesome about these is you can do them in your day jammas, if you will, while you're on hold ridiculously long for the bank. Takes up 5 to 10 minutes, and I promise you, if you do this every day, you're gonna feel so much less tightness and pain. What they're called is controlled articular rotations. There's one for every joint, and the goal is to get these joints in their full range of motion, because there's a lot of stimuli and information in each of our joints that tells our brain how to develop the tissues, where to create tightness, and all sorts of stuff like that. The joints where mobility starts. So let's start with our shoulders. That's the easiest, I think. The most important thing with these movements is to make sure your other body parts are not moving. So we want to irradiate tension in our arms. What I mean by that is make 2 fists, send them downwards, engage your arm muscles so they're unmoving. So if I were to put pressure, look at that, no movement. Strong in your shoulders, strong everywhere in your pecs, ribs. Keep an eye on your ribs, make sure they don't jut up, they're staying down close to your hips. So we're starting with our right hand. You're gonna take your right hand, bring it forward like you're gonna shake someone's hand. Now raise it up. So left shoulder is fixed, everything else is fixed. Once you get to the top, as far as you can, rotate your palm outwards. So leading with your pinky now, reach back. Notice your ribs, make sure they're down. Let me say this is like flossing for your body. Do it every day. And you're gonna feel so much better. And then once you reach your furthest point, make your way back up, this time thumb leading up, and keep your left shoulder fixed. Yep, see? It's so easy to cheat these. And then once you reach the top, rotate your palm back inward and bring it down. You might hear some snap, crackle, pops, that's okay. Now switch it up. Left, irradiate tension in your right. Raising
like
it
you're
up.
moving through molasses.
Yeah, nice and slow. Raise it up the midline, then rotate your palm out.
Slow but with resistance.
Oh, did you guys hear that? I don't know if you can hear the bank in the background. We apologize for the delay and thank you for your patience. What has it been, 30 minutes so far?
Something like that.
All right. Make sure you're breathing through this. It's easy to hold your breath. So that's the shoulders. Next, we're gonna do the neck. Same thing with the arms. Strong, irritating tension, and now the only thing that moves is your neck. So start by lengthening your spine up, long neck. Take a deep breath in. Then bring your chin down to your chest. And roll your chin up your right collarbone to the right shoulder. Bring your right ear down to your right shoulder. Now start looking up and tracing a line up the ceiling. Keep your low ribs down. Keep your core engaged. Nothing moves. Make it to your left shoulder, left ear. Then your chin to your left shoulder. And roll it into center. Let's reverse it out. So chin up the left collarbone. Left ear to your left shoulder. Gaze up. Send the crown of your head back as you trace a line across the ceiling. Right ear, chin, and center. Awesome. Next, we're gonna work on our thoracic spine. This time, make a bear hug. Again, squeeze everything nice and tight. And now you're gonna look at Danielle. She's gonna be a good example. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your core, and start to bend in your chest cavity. So the bend is like right here.
Like right mid-back.
Bra line for the ladies, right?
Thoracic.
And then roll to the right. Only in that thoracic spine. Notice your hips, keep them fixed. Starting to roll back. Now your hips have a tendency to jump forward. Keep them back. And to the left. Squeeze everything, even your quads. That'll keep your hips in line. And work your way back. It's a little bit of an exercise too. Especially if you're irritating a lot of tension, keeping everything stiff except for the joint that we're moving.
Yeah, the thoracic I felt pretty sore after doing these ones.
Yeah, but it's gonna feel so good on your low back especially. Next, we're gonna do hips. So for hips, have something to hold on to. We're gonna hold on to each other here like a little Russian dance. Bring your right knee up in line with your right hip and start to rotate like you're going into a standing pigeon or a figure four. Rotate the inside part up as much as you can using your muscles here. Keep your core engaged, irritate tension and everything else. Left glute is active. Now start to open that hip up. This is gonna feel super uncomfortable. Oh, I love this one. Now start to bring that ankle down and kick your heel back, keeping those hips straight. Danielle's doing an amazing job here. And kick your right heel back and lift your right heel now towards your right glute. Feel your right hamstring start to work and bring it back.
Oops, I tilted forward.
That's okay. Don't forget to breathe. Awesome. You can do the same thing for the left. We're not going to demonstrate that. And the last thing I want to... Okay, we'll demonstrate it. Then we got to switch sides.
No, I was on a good side.
Okay. Okay, so left knee up. Present it first. Open it up. Keep those hips fixed and like you're moving through molasses, nice and slow. There should be a lot of resistance, and the more you do this, the easier it'll get. And you'll notice you'll move with so much more ease. Keep the chest back. Left hamstring, fire it up. Now bring it back. Breathe. All right. And like I said, there's one for every joint. The one other one I want to articulate, and either Danielle, you demonstrate, or I'll demonstrate, is segmenting the spine.
Okay.
So teaching our spine muscles to work in cohesion. We all have what's called a hinge point, where the muscles work a little harder than the other muscles. So this is trying to untrain those muscles. So what we're gonna do slow motion cat-cows, but like a wave. So starting with our tailbone down, and she's just gonna slowly activate each muscle. Yeah, a little bit too fast. So start here, now look up. Oh, okay, sorry. That works too. So notice how she's segmenting each spine. So each spine is going successive. This is actually really good. Each vertebrae, sorry. And same thing again. So starting with the tailbone down, mid back. So there's a little bit of a hinge or point up here, which is very common. And the slower you do this, the more focused you can be, the stronger your spine will be. And we'll do one more. So just a little bit in the early, if you guys would see me, you'd see like whoosh. That was really good. So just try those every day and do like 6 of those. Do 2